put our hands together for her insightful words. And without any further ado, the main character of today, Khushbu ma'am, vadingala pesalam konjam. You're surprised to see me talk in Tamil. Can I have you here, ma'am? We would love to hear you talk and inaugurate this event with your words. Ma'am, இன்னும் surprised-ஆ தான் இருக்கீங்களா நான் தமிழ் பேசுறேன்னு? I'm so glad you're here. Once again, a very, very hot. Your paper is there. Should I get it for you? Can somebody please give the paper to ma'am, please? Yeah. Thank you so much. And with that, we have Shrimati Khushbu Garu for all of us. And audience, I don't like the sad energy. I know this is a formal meeting, but you all can please make some noise since she has traveled so much for us. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Hello everyone and a very good evening. Andarki namaskaram. Ungal anaivarukkum ennuடைய மாலை வணக்கம். Creative Economic Forum. I think it matters a lot to everyone who's talking about business, whether it's cinema or any other business. The minute we talk about economy, I think we all get geared up and our antennas goes up because we need to understand where we are heading, whether we are going in the right direction or the wrong direction, where we have to take a U-turn, where we need to pause, and where we need to move forward. And I think these kind of forums gives us an insightful ideas as to what needs to be done to make the economy of this country, our own personal growth, a better way to go forward. And today, I would like to thank Supriya for inviting me because very creative minds are going to be here. We're going to have a lot of discussion about different ways of growing the economics of a country and of course ourselves. Nobody wants to do a social service when it comes to business. Philanthropy can come later, only after our pockets are full. So I think the first and prime focus should be to fill our own pockets to make our dreams of making India a very, very sustainable country, standing on its own 2 feet, to make sure that we bring poverty to an end and help those who need us, who live below poverty line, or those who definitely need at least a push or a support from our ends to make their lives better. And who doesn't want to make the lives better of others? Because it gives us immense pleasure. It gives us a kind of satisfaction that I have done my bit to make someone smile. And the only way to go forward is bringing in a very, very inclusive society where we say that we all belong to one area, where we all live under one large umbrella of secularism, harmony, and unity. And I think these kind of platforms really, really help us to take it forward. It's powerful to be in a room like this, where creativity meets capital and stories meet strategy. CEF South is just not another gathering. It is a statement that South India's creative industries are no longer emerging. They are in fact leading. From cinema that breaks language barriers to music that travels from village festivals to global playlists, South India doesn't just create, it creates culture at scale. And yet, we have a real question. If our creativity is world class, why isn't our creative economy always treated that way? And that's what exactly we are going to talk about today. Money, markets, and IP, financing the future of films and music. Let's talk about money, as I said before. For too long, great ideas have struggled to find the right capital. Financing is often informal. Risk is unevenly shared, and who pays the price for it? Of course, the creators. If we want global impact, we need global trade financing. Institutional funding, private investments, smarter co-production models, and new age tools that back talents, and not just the stars we talk about. Films and music are not gambles. They are assets. Assets that can be structured, valued, and scaled. Markets. Today, a South Indian film can release worldwide in one day. A song composed in Chennai or anywhere for that matter in South can trend in Europe by evening. The market has exploded, but access remains fragmented. We need stronger distribution pipelines. When I talk about distribution, it's not about how much you play it on your personal podcast or how much you put it out on the social platforms. I think we need better export strategies, a clear roadmap to monetize across languages, platforms, and borders. Local stories deserve global pathways without losing their soul. We have some amazing talents which are unheard, unseen, or we call them unsung heroes. Right in the village, you'll find one of the best singers, or the best creative minds we have never seen. But do we give them the platform to grow? Are we able to tap their talent and bring it to the front and show the world what they are made of? I think that is where we need to work properly and find a right path to take it forward. The most important pillar of all, intellectual property. IP is power, IP is ownership, IP is long-term value. In the future of films and music, who owns the IP will decide who wins. Creators must understand the value of what they create. Investors must treat IP as a growth engine, not an afterthought. And policymakers must ensure protection, clarity, and ease of enforcement. Because when IP is respected, creativity multiplies. And this is where CF South becomes critical. This forum brings together creators, financiers, policymakers, and industry leaders, not to talk in silos, but to build solutions together. CFS South is about dialogue that leads to action, collaboration that leads to policy, and vision that leads to growth. The creative South economy has enormous untapped potential, and unlocking it requires one thing above all, alignment. We all need to be on the same platform, on the same alignment. We can have different opinions, but I think what matters is we align together to take it forward. Alignment between talent and capital, between creativity and commerce, between policy and possibility. Let us imagine a future where a filmmaker in Hyderabad, a composer in Chennai, or an independent artist in Kochi has access to fair financing, strong IP protection, and global markets. A future where creativity is not constrained by lack of capital, but powered by it. CSF South is not an end of a conversation, it is indeed a beginning of a movement. Let's finance the future, let's protect creativity, and let's take the creative South economy to the world. Today is your day, this evening is yours. Let all the minds come together and make a better future for not one, but all of us who believe that the future is in our own hands and we create what we need to give to the world, not on what we do on social platforms, but in real life, in reality, in person, what difference can we make to make the society, whether it is cinema or any production house or any financing capital gains, what we are talking about, how we take it forward and make a difference. So this platform is yours. This evening, CEF forum is yours. So take it, grab it with both your hands and tell the world, here we come because we belong to tomorrow as today is ours. Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much. And that is an amazing, amazing speech.